You know, we're really proud to be a supplier of We Are Memory Keepers here at Hobbymaker. I've got some really exciting news. We've already had some amazing products from them over the last few weeks, and this Wednesday we are launching the UK launch, this is, of the new vinyl press. If you fancy making your own t-shirts, designing your own bags, that sort of thing, we're going to have some screens that you can actually buy yourself as well from us, but you can also make your own. Really exciting. UK launch this coming Wednesday with the lovely Carla Bagshaw and We Are Memory Keepers, the vinyl press.
A very good morning to you, hobby makers. Good morning, good morning. How are you doing? My name's Ben Murray. You are, of course, watching Wake Up with Hobby Maker, or more specifically, you're watching the Hobby Maker Rewind show, where we bring you back some fantastic items from the last 24 to 48 hours. We've brought you back some of your favourites, some of the best-selling items, some things that we're now low on stock on because they've been so popular, and we're going to run through those for you very, very shortly. If you're new to Hobby Maker, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And we would love to hear from you if you're new to Hobby Maker. And if you're not new to Hobby Maker, we'd love to hear from you as well, because we're a fully interactive show here at Wake Up with Hobby Maker. That means we love to hear your questions, tell us what you've been doing, send us in some photos of your crafty makes. You can do all those sorts of things, and we will love to see those and show you crafty makes on air as well. So please do drop us a message for that. So that's very easy to do. All you do is you send us an email, studio@hobbymaker.co.uk, and you can send us any questions, what you've been up to, and you can attach as well your crafty makes. Now, if you send us your crafty makes, they automatically get entered into our monthly draw, where you could win a fantastic credit to your Hobby Maker account. So you send it in, we automatically put you into the draw. It's announced on the last Saturday of the month. Is that this Saturday, actually? This last Saturday of the month, and you could win yourself a £100 credit to your Hobby Maker account. Who wouldn't want that? And that's going to go a very, very long way this morning with some of our fantastic deals that we've got on the show for you. If you'd like to shop ahead, you can do that as well by just popping over to our website, hobbymaker.co.uk, click on Watch Live, and everything that we have on the show is listed underneath the video, and that means you can shop ahead, you can pop those items in your basket and check out even before we've run through everything that we've got. And we've got some great stuff coming up on the show this morning. We've got some fantastic deals on some Miri card, we've got glue pens, we've got some glitter packs, we've got glitter rolls, we've got spray adhesive, we've got Prism inks as well, we've got paper pads, we've got all sorts of wonderful things. And if you stay tuned until 7 o'clock, you're going to see the Hobby Maker highlights with none other than Jamie Rogers, who's just setting up from Creative Expressions at the moment in the background. Give us a wave, Jamie. There he is. There he is. Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you looking forward to showing us some fantastic demos this morning?
Absolutely. Hopefully we will inspire you.
I think you will. I think you will. I'll be looking forward to this show, and we've got a fantastic brand new launch collection coming up at 7 o'clock. Now, we have a new game as well this morning. We started it on Monday, and it's a new game we're going to be doing every day. It's very, very easy. If you're shopping with us here at Hobby Maker, you could win your value of your basket. So it's only if you check out. You've got to check out before 7. So if you put something in the basket and you buy, it doesn't matter if it's £5 or 500 quid. It doesn't matter. Our call centre will pick somebody at random, and we will announce the winner who has won their basket in the 7 o'clock hour. So please do stay tuned for that. And again, it doesn't matter how much it is. Absolutely brilliant. Really looking forward to that. And all you've got to do is check out before 7 o'clock. Really, really straightforward. I'm looking forward to seeing this, because we've had some brilliant prizes over the past couple of days with winners of the basket. It is the breakfast basket. So there you go, fantastic. Don't forget, get checked out. Now, we're going to be showing you, first of all, what do you want to go to first, Ellie? We're going to have a look at the Miri card. She said, we'll go to the Miri card because the Miri card is always really, really popular. Really popular indeed. So here we go, we've got the Miri card. Now, many of you will know that you can't just call Miri card Miri card. This is the bona fide stuff that I've got in my hand here. The bona fide stuff. It has to have a certain level of reflection, a certain level of sort of smoothness, shall we call it, to be called Miri card. And you're getting in your pack 50 sheets. Let's have a little look at some of the colours that you're getting in here as well. So you're getting 50 sheets. Look at the reflection on that, look. Ooh, we love that. Now this is 220 GSM. You're getting 50 sheets. You're getting 25 colours, so you're getting 2 of each sheet. I mean, that's what? 40 pence a sheet. 40 pence a sheet. That's incredible. Miri card, very, very popular, of course. Very, very good for die cutting. Lots of people like to use this for die cutting. And look at the reflection on there. I can't believe it. It's like the real McCoy, and it's like a proper mirror. I love that. Who doesn't love a bit of Miri in the morning? Do we love a bit of Miri in the morning? Oh, yes, they're saying to me. Oh, yes, look at that. It's incredible. I remember, actually, when Auntie Pauline was telling me all about the Miri card, and she said, oh, you can't just call any card Miri card, you know. You can't just call any card Miri card. Oh, look, there's my favourite metally colour, look, sort of the coppery. Rose gold, not copper, I've been told. There we go. Fantastic. Yeah, she said you can't just call any of it Miri card, you know. It's got to meet certain specifications, you know, Ben, she said. There we go, fantastic. Well done, Sue. Sue's already shopping ahead, popping it into her basket already. Good choice, Sue. I don't know if I've told anybody what the price is. $19.99 for the 50 sheets. $19.99 for your 50 sheets. Now, don't forget, of course, whether you're new to Hobby Maker or not, you need to know that you only pay 1 P&P. So if you buy something on this morning's show as well, not only could you win the value of your basket, whether it's £5 or 500 quid, but once you've paid your first P&P, you don't pay any more P&P all day. That's it, from midnight last night to midnight tonight. $3.95 it is as well. It's only $3.95. Is that a special offer, Ben, that you're doing? No, it's always $3.95 for 24 hours P&P. Does it matter how big it is? No. Does it matter how many times I order? No. Does it matter what the weight is? No. None of that matters. You only pay your 1 P&P, $3.95. There you go. When Sue checks out, she could get it for free. She could get it for free. Don't forget, you need to check out in the first hour, and then you could win your value of your basket. We love it. There we go. It's the breakfast basket. There it is. There it is. Back in my day, you know, breakfast baskets, they were sort of muffins and croissants and all that. Who wants that when you can get the value of your basket for free? I love it. I love it. Not only have we got the fantastic Miri card, but we've also got some of the tape as well. I'm just going to put my glasses on. There we go. Now, the tape that we've got here is $9.99. This is Hobby Maker Essentials Adhesive Collection. It's double-sided. It's finger lift tape. And this is 8 rolls of 6.5mm. There you go, 8 rolls. $9.99. The eagle-eyed among you will notice that we are bringing to you more and more of the... I'm trying to make that look arty there, look. We're bringing to you more and more Hobby Maker essential craft items, and you're going to see more coming over the coming weeks and months as we bring to you some fantastic essentials from Hobby Maker directly. And this is one of those, the Hobby Maker Adhesive Collection. It's double-sided again, it's 6.5mm. There we go, and it's the finger tape. $9.99, $9.99. There we go, don't forget. Janet's already on it, aren't you, Janet? She's already on that. She's gone, that looks like a cracking deal to me. I'm paraphrasing. There we go. Fantastic, $9.99. We've got loads to get through for you this morning. We're going to have a look next at the glue pen selection. So, the glue pen selection, now you're getting 3 glue pens in each of the packets, and you're getting 2 packs. So you're getting 6 pens all together for just $9.99. For $9.99. Now, I may hear you crying out there in the background, but what's the difference? What's the difference? Because you've got 3 in each. I see you've got 2 purple ones there, and then you've got sort of the other one in the middle, the thinner one. What's the difference? I'll tell you what the difference is. It's the nibs, you see. Because you have got sort of a normal sort of bullet nose nib. You've also got a fine nib, which is the one in the middle. And then you've also got the chiseled nib there as well. So if you're doing something like calligraphy or something along that sort of ilk, there you go. You get the 3 different nibs, and you're getting 2 sets. And it's important, I think, to make sure that you've got the 2 sets, because people lose them. They have them upstairs in the craft room and they forget to put them in their craft bag, or they don't have, they want one for the caravan or to keep in the car or on their boat or wherever it is when they're going on holiday. So it's always good to have a couple. And I had a little play with these earlier, Just going to move that over there slightly. I had a little play because I've not used one before. What could you use the glue pen for? All sorts of different things, but I'll tell you what I'm using it for. I am using it to glitter up some writing. That's what I'm going to use it for. So what should we put on here? Should we put Ellie on here? Oh yeah, she always said that one day her name would be up in lights, but not today. It's going to be on glitter today. So there we go. So, and you're going, well, I can't see that. Don't worry. What colour would you like, Ellie? She's going to go for blue. I've got some glitter here. Oh, I've got my little pots of glitter. There we go. This is on the Miri card, just on the back of the Miri card. Here we go. You don't need a lot. You need a little bit. There we go. And as if by magic, there we go. Look at that. There we go. Brilliant. So that's using of course, this is the bullet nose one I think I used. I did. There we go. So using the bullet nose Crafter's Companion glue pen, which comes in the set, of course. There we go. And I used one of the little glitter pots as well. Because we've got a deal on the glitter pots this morning. We've got a deal on the glitter pots. Oh, yes, we have. It's Panto season. Oh, yes, we have. I can't hear them. They're just going, yeah. Don't you go to Panto, you lot. It's behind you. Oh, no, it isn't. That's what you're supposed to do. They're rubbish. They've got no idea what I'm on about. Jamie, can you believe it?
It's a shock.
They've got no idea what I'm on about.
How do you not know what Panto is?
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh, yes, we do.
Oh, no, we don't.
There you go. He's got it, you see. There we go. So we've got the glitter, the different glitters that we've got here. These come in a little set as well. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Is that 12 in a pack? Yep. So I've got all the colours out. So this is holographic glitter, which you may have seen. Holographic glitter. You're getting different colours. You're getting the green, the blue. You're getting sort of that turquoisey colour, gold, sort of purpley colour, red. We've got, what's that, sort of a reddy fuchsia colour. There's a lighter lime green there. I can't see them all. We've got the Christmassy red, we've got the purple, we've got sort of that sea grey blue there as well, and we've got the copper in the background. $14.99. $14.99. And it goes a flipping long way, you know. It goes a flipping long way. $14.99 is the price. There we go. Look at the glitter. I told you, I promised you your name would be up in lights, Ellie. There we go. Fantastic. Now, talking of glitter, we're not done yet. Oh, yes, we are. They're never going to get it by the end of the show. We've also got the glitter rolls as well, which you can see. So we've got the glitter rolls. This is self-adhesive, great, of course, for die cutting, running through your die cutting machine. Really nice indeed. Or for covering things or other craft projects. But we've got, again, we've got the green, the blue. We've got that sort of sea blue, bluey green. We've got the pink there as well. We've got the black, the red. And the same again, then we've got the gold. Just $14.99 is the price on those. These are always popular when we bring these on. Always popular. Should we have a little look? Let's have a closer look. There we go. Can I open the gold one, Ellie? Just because that one's not got any tape on it. And then I'm not wrecking somebody's nice work. There we go. You've got to check with the boss, haven't you? There we go. Look at that. There we go. So this is sort of an encapsulated glitter. It's self-adhesive, great for any 3D die cutting machine, of course. And you're getting 9 meters on here. 9 meters. Blimey, that's going to last you a lifetime. That's going to last you a lifetime, 9 meters. So it's the Diamond Sparkle Self-Adhesive Shimmer Roll. 9 rolls, self-adhesive shimmer roll. Have I got 9 on there? 3, 6, 8, yeah, that's it, 9. There we go. $14.99. What does that work out, Ellie, a roll? £1.60 a roll. That's 9 meters for £1.60. What's that, a metre? £1.60, so 18p a metre, is that right? 17p a metre, something like that it is. 17p a metre, that's a lot. I mean, a metre is... there. So you're getting 9 meters in that bundle altogether. 9 meters in your bundle. That's incredible. There we go. $14.99. Brilliant. There we go. Trevor's seen the advantage. Trevor's seen the advantage. Don't forget, if you get checked out in the 6 o'clock hour, you could win the value of your basket. Well, not the value, you just win your basket. Doesn't matter how much is in it. What if I've got 500 quid in it? It's all right. It doesn't matter if you've got 500 quid. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So don't forget, shop between 6 and 7 for your chance to win, and we'll announce the winner during the 7 a.m. show. At random, we'll just pick somebody who's checked out. Really easy. Brilliant. We're going to do the sequins next. Now you're getting in here all 4 packs of the sequins. There's 200 grams in each of these, and we've got 4 different colours in here. So let's have a little look and see what colours we've got. So here we've got, this is a mixed sequin pack here. It's sort of a holographic sort of effect on your sequins there, isn't it? If you look at that. There we go. It is officially dusky pink. Officially, that's dusky pink. And rose, dusky pink rose. There you go. You can see that. There we go. If you catch it on the light. There we go. Then we've also got Blue Lagoon. Oh, I love that. That's got mermaid written all over it. Isn't it? That one. It's worth noting, actually, that it should be, they should be about £3 each, these, because it's £12 if you buy the whole, all 4 of them, normally. £12. Only £8.97 this morning. £8.97. So that's your Blue Lagoon. Then we've also got the iridescent diamond. There we go. Beautiful. Great for wedding invitations, wedding dresses, wedding cards, as well as other celebrations, of course. And coral blush. There we go. Very nice indeed. £8.97 for all 4. So these are normally about £3 each, because you'd normally pay £12. £12 is what you'd normally pay for all 4 of those. £8.97. There we go. There we go. Lots of essentials on this morning's show. Lots of essentials. Don't forget, of course, you don't have to wait for my dulcet tones to go through everything before you see something that you want. On the website, click watch now, scroll down beneath. Everything that we've got on the show is on the website, and you can pop it in your basket and check out straight away. There we go. Good to know. So which book are we going to go to first? So we're going to go to the sentiments book. Now, these are always popular, the hunky-dory sentiments books. People often sort of even collect these as well and have it on a little collection. This is the 2023 sentiments, as we'd expect. So this is not an old book. This is a new book for the 2023 sentiments book. let's have a little flick through and see what we get in here. Now, one of the things I really like about these is the foiling. The foiling is fantastic, because if you wanted to do some foiling at home, you know, you need all sorts of special kit to do hot foiling, but you've got them all in the book here ready to go. Really handy as well, because not only do they go in the drawer, they go on the shelf, they go in your craft bag as well, really easy. What have we got on here? Let's have a look. Fantastic friend we've got on there, look. We've got grandson with love today and always. It's my brother-in-law's birthday. It was my brother-in-law's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, AD. He won't be watching because he's at work. There we go. To a super son. Fiance on there as well. What's that one? What does the dad one say? To a dad, that's a long way away from me. To a dad that is one of a kind. Thank you, Adam. Look at that. That's a bright one. Mum in a million. There we go. Enjoy your day, sister. Yeah, I love that. What I like about these, of course, let's not forget, by the way, these are die cut. These are die cut. You're not having to fussy cut these out. You can see there, they literally just pop out. They literally just pop out of there. Nice. I love the foiling. I really, really love the foiling. There we go. There's a good range of colours in these books as well. And you're getting 2 pages of each in different colours. So if you've got a crafty stash at home, what am I talking about if you've got a crafty stash at home? These will go with your crafty stash from home. Whatever colour crafty stash you've got, whatever colour card you're looking to use, there will be a sentiment in this book for you. The other thing I like about these as well, let's say you've got a craft stall and you've got some cards on your craft stall. What you can do is you can personalise them, because you don't have to put the sentiment on before you make the card. And then people that come to your stall, you can say, which sentiment would you like? Who's it for? Who's it for, my darling? Is it for brother? Is it for sister? Is it for your aunt? You see? And then we've got the silver foiling in there as well. And then you could pop the sentiments on there and then. I love the idea of personalising things like that. I really love the idea of personalising bits like that. Because that's what crafting's about, isn't it, as well? Creating something personal, as I'm learning on my crafty journey. So don't forget as well, you can check out Ben's Big Crafty Adventure on the blog. Head over to the Hobby Maker blog, hobbymaker.co.uk, HM blog, Ben's Big Crafty Adventure, because I'm doing a bit of crafting. I'm going to use these. And there, I think. There we go. Now, don't forget, Pauline, if you check these out, as if anybody checks these out, anybody checks anything out in the first hour of the show, 6 till 7, you automatically go into the draw to win your breakfast basket. Really easy. All you do is check out before 7, and whatever the value of your basket is, £5, £500, £5,000, we'll randomly pick somebody, and you win your basket. That's brilliant. You win your basket. There you go. Don't forget, of course, you only pay 1p&p. If you want as well, you can shop ahead by giving us a call at our free phone call centre, which is UK-based, just upstairs, I should point out, 24 hours a day, and the number is on your screen at the moment. It doesn't get better than that, does it? £3.95 all day P&P. Free phone call centre, 24 hours a day, based in the UK. Loads of stuff we've got here at Hobby Maker. Now, you may have seen my little handiwork here. I'm going to be using, so you can see, this little punch on here as well. So I'm going to show you. So we've got this fantastic little punch here. Premier Craft Tools. This is the envelope notch and corner rounder punch. There we go. Well, that doesn't mean a lot to me. What are you on about? How does it work? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you on some of my Miri card here. There we go. So it's very easy. You'll see on here, there's a little bit here that says notch. I don't know if you can see that. And then there's another side that you can put the card in. So I'm going to show you what the two sides do. So I'm just going to put it in straight here, just so I can show you what you get. It's nice and easy. So this, oh, there we go. Messing up Dan's shot there. Can you see what you get there? So it's rounding. You got that sort of rounded. You use it on your corners. Let me just. Let's turn it around the other way. There we go. There we go. And you can see it rounds the corner of your card on one side, if you can see that. And then you can use it on the other side, so you get that sort of shape, depending on what you want to do with it. So there you go. So this is great, of course, for your envelopes, because it's good for rounding the corners, rounding the tips. You know how you get the flap at the back, you see, don't you? And you don't want a sharp point on it. And that's great for just sort of rounding that edge. There we go. And that's your hole punch. $11.99 is the price. There we go, for the little hole punch. Now you can see what it does. There we go. I can turn my hand to all sorts of things, you see. Talking of envelopes, that was a good link, wasn't it? Talking of envelopes, we've got some fantastic 12 by 12 envelope paper. It doesn't have to be used for envelopes. It doesn't have to be used for that. It could be used for scrapbooking, it could be used for background papers and so on. But the weight and style of this paper has been formulated specifically for creating envelopes. You're getting 48 sheets. 48 sheets. What's that, a sheet, did you say? 30 pence a sheet. 30 pence a sheet. Let's have a little look through and see what we get. So the weight of this and the finish on this and the style of this has been developed. Hang on a second. There we go. Specifically for creating envelopes. And of course, once you've created your envelope, use a little envelope hole punch tool. There you go to round the edges. And jobs are good. Un. So $14.99 is the price. $14.99. And again, you're getting 48 sheets there. You get multiple copies of multiple. You have 48 sheets, but you're getting several which are the same colour and design. Does that make sense? I think it does. There we go. I like those. Again, this is going to work with your existing crafty stash, isn't it? Because whatever colour papers and designs you've got at the moment, you're going to find something in here that's going to work really, really well for creating your envelopes. And I think that's nice. Why put it in a boring old white envelope? When it comes through your letterbox, it's nice to get it and know that it is a card or it's a gift. I really like that. Could use this as well for decoupaging maybe. Maybe you've got some MDF sort of shapes or letters or something like that and you're looking for some backing papers for something like that. There we go. Little stars on that one. Little stars. So this is your envelope paper. $14.99 for 48 sheets. There we go. That's only 30 pence a sheet. How good's that? It's only 30 pence a sheet. Fantastic. There we go. We're also going to have a look, because we've got some more paper leading, got my teeth in, leading neatly on to more paper, because we've got some 6x6 paper pads just on the counter in front of me. We've got the pastels, we've got the brights, and we've got the pretty metallics. Let's start off by taking a look at the pastels. There we go. So these are really, really handy indeed. Again, another really, really popular item. This is why it's on the Hobby Maker Rewind show, because what we're doing is we're bringing you back items that have sold really, really well or been very popular with our viewers and guests alike. And we bring them back because you might have missed the show. You might say, I'm just looking for the highlights of what we had on yesterday or the day before. What was a good seller? What went well? What do we like? What's popular at the moment? And these 6x6 pads are always popular. It's worth noting as well, they're double-sided, of course. And you're getting in here 36 sheets. Sorry, 32 sheets. It's 32 sheets, I believe. Oh no, it's 36 sheets. It is 30, 12 colours, 36 sheets. 36 sheets. It is 36. There we go. 16 different colours. And it's all 250 GSM. So it's a good weight. Again, do you know what I like about these little pads? They're convenient to have in your craft bag. They're convenient to take on holiday with you, on the plane, on the boat, on the train. Really convenient. And they're already the right sort of size if you want to be making a card very quickly. And the card itself is nicely looked after because it's in a pad. That's one of the things I like about pads, is they don't get creased, they don't get folded, they don't get curled, they don't get ripped because they're in a pad. I really like that. That's the pastels, $4.99 for the pastels, 6x6. But we have two other choices for you as well, two other choices. We've also got the brights. Should we have a look at the brights? And these complement each other really, really nicely as well. I'm going to flick through these and I'm going to show you this against the pastel as well, because these complement each other really, really nicely indeed. So again, just like the pastels, $4.99, 36 sheets, double-sided. They're a really weighty card as well. Really weighty card. I love that. Look at that. That's very bright, vibrant. Bright, one might even say. There we go. In fact, let me just get the pastel as well, because if you had both, look, they go really nicely together if you get them both. And at $4.99, that's a bit of a steal, because you're only paying, we're not even paying £10 really if you get two. There we go. Don't forget as well, if you get checked out, you could win your basket. You could win your basket. It's the breakfast basket with Ben on Wake Up with Hobby Maker. There you go. I'll do my own little theme tune. Pretty metallics as well. Now, these are really popular. Out of all of them, these are always the most popular. These are always the most popular. Janet's already got them in a basket. So let's have a little look through. Should we see what we've got in here? Shout stop when you spot my favourite one. My favourite colour. So we've got the silver in there. Got the rose gold. And you've got sort of a more, we've got a glittery one, haven't we? I do like that one. That's very nice indeed. That's very nice indeed. You get sort of the encapsulated glitter, and then there's also in there as well sort of the glossy as well. There we go. Oh, look at that one. Look at the mirror on that. It always amazes me how they manage to make them so reflective. Rose gold there. There we go. And then we've got sort of the mattes as well. Lovely. $4.99 is the price. $4.99 is the price. There we go. $4.99. So 6x6, 30. There's 32 sheets in this one, is there? Does it say? Yes, 32 sheets in this one. The other two are 36. We've already got people checking out on these. This is always the most popular book of the three. Always the most popular book of the three. So we're going to have a look at the Prism powders next to us. So we've got 4 different packs here, which we're going to have a little look at. Let me just move those out of the way. There we go. We've got 4 different packs in here that we're going to have a look at. So what you've got is these are all pearlescent powders. I'll tell you what. So we've got set 1, which is down here. Let me pick that up for you. There we go. Set 1, set 2, set 3, and set 4. These are individual. So in fact, let me just move this there so you can see, because they're individual. I'm going to show them to you individually, which would make sense, wouldn't it? Don't forget, you don't have to wait for me to go through these items on the show. You can always shop ahead, nice and easy. $9.99 for the Prism pearlescent powders. So on here, we've got glistening gold, burnished bronze, and shimmering silver. There we go, $9.99. $9.99. There we go. So that's one of the sets. It says in the top corner there which set it is. So when you're online, you need to make sure you select the right set. So that's set number 1. I'll just reiterate again, glistening gold, burnished bronze, and shimmering silver. That's set number 1. Shall I show you set number 2 next? That would make sense, wouldn't it? So set number 2, there we go. Again, they're pearlescent powders. The colours in this one, different. I'm going to show you these. So you've got in there pearly pink, purple panache, and sparkling sapphire. Pearly pink, purple panache, and sparkling sapphire. There we go. That's set number 2. We've got set number 3 up next. As if you couldn't have predicted that. There we go. It's worth noting, by the way, that one of the reasons that we bring these items back to you on the Hobby Maker Rewind is we bring them back because they've been very, very popular already. And these are no exception. In fact, we have limited stock on the Prism powders. So if you see one that you like, I would just urge you to make sure that you do get it checked out. $9.99. Now, you've got Sepia Splendor. Do you say sepia or sepia? What do you say? Sepia. There we go. That's what I said, wasn't it? Sepia. Sepia Splendor, Brilliant Burgundy, and Radiant Rose. Ah, one of my nieces is called Rose. I shall now call her Radiant Rose. So Sepia Splendor, Brilliant Burgundy, and Radiant Rose. There we go. And then finally, who can guess which one's next? Who can guess? Set number 4. There we go. So again, $9.99. You're getting all 3 in there of the pearlescent powders. Really nice indeed. The colours you're getting are glimmering green. We're getting sunshine shimmer. Is it sunshine? Somebody's putting that. Sunshine shimmer. And is that opalescent orange? Say that. Try saying that 3 times real fast on a Friday night down the pub. Opalescent orange. There we go. Shimmering green, glimmering green even, sunshine shimmer, and opalescent orange. There we go. Brilliant. Now, just a quick reminder, of course, and this is something we're doing every day now. We have our new breakfast basket segment, which means that if you shop in the first hour of Wake Up with Hobby Maker, shop in the first hour, it doesn't matter what you're buying, as long as you buy in the first hour, we've got a competition running where you could shop to win your breakfast basket. So whatever you have in your basket. Now that doesn't mean if it's in the basket you have to wait. You need to check out your basket to be entered. Check out your basket to be entered. And one lucky viewer will receive the contents of their basket for £0 because you will win your breakfast basket. We're going to announce that during the 7 o'clock show, and we will pick somebody at random. That's good, isn't it? We like that. Doesn't matter if it's £5, 500 quid. Doesn't matter. We've got here again the Miri card. There we go. We've already got Janet's already checked out on these. We had several other people checked out. Trudy, you've got it in your basket. Sue, you've got it in your basket. If you get it checked out, you could win it. Somebody is going to be winning the contents of their basket this morning. We'll announce the winner during the 7 a.m. show. You need to check out by the end of the hour. Let's have a quick look at the different colours. There we go. Now, during the course of the show, you might have heard me chatting away to myself, which I do every morning. But I'm actually not chatting away to myself. I'm chatting away to the powers that be in the gallery who I've not introduced you to this morning. Huh? Oh, there's nobody there this morning. Oh, here we have. We've got director Adam and we've got producer Ellie. There they are. They are. Morning. Morning. There they are. Working very hard. In the studio on camera, we've got Dan. Dan the man. Give us a wave. There you go. And we've also got, is gorgeous Dan in this morning as well? Where is he? There he is, gorgeous Dan, advertising for a popular, well-known stout beer. My favourite, actually. Very good. Really nice. Morning, guys. Morning, everybody at home, if you've just joined us. These are the Miri card from Hunky Dory. It's the Miri card Mega Mix. I like that. The Mega Mix. There we go. You're getting 50 sheets, 25 colours, 2 of each, and it's 220 GSM. We love that. Oh, that one's fallen down. Look how reflective it is, though. Can we see Dan in it? Where is he? Which way am I pointing it? Is that the right way? That must be the right way, surely. Can we see him? Hang on, where is he? Did I? No, that's me in the monitor. Oh, yeah, there he is. Yeah, do it again. There he is. He's dancing to the Hunky Dory Miri Mega Mix. That's his workout for this morning. There we go. Brilliant. 19.99. Always popular, the Miri card. Don't forget, as Auntie Pauline said to me, you can't just call it Miri card, you know. It's got to be a certain, that you can measure, apparently, reflectiveness. It's got to be a certain reflectiveness, and it's got to have a certain sheen to it, a certain specification, you know. There we go. I didn't know you could measure reflectiveness, but apparently you can. I suppose you can, because I suppose it's the light that bounces off of it. But you can see this is super reflective, which is how it's earned the Miri title. There we go. 19.99. Don't forget 7 o'clock as well. Oh, look at that gold. There we go. Don't forget at 7 o'clock we've got our Hobby Maker highlight coming up with Creative Expressions and our lovely Jamie Rogers, who's all ready for action. He's got a huge collection of demos that he's going to be doing for us. He's going to be talking all around a brand new launch. Looking forward to it. This will be our first show together. Long time since I've seen Jamie. There we go, 19.99. Don't forget, one lucky viewer will win the end of their basket. It needs to check out by 7 o'clock, and we will announce the winner of the basket, breakfast basket, by the end of the 7 o'clock hour, before 8. So what we're going to have a look at now, Ellie? The glue pens again. Okay, where are they? There we go. So, I had a little go with them earlier, with the glue pens and the glitter, because the glue pens are really, really handy for accenting. Maybe you've already got some card toppers as well that you want to accent. All sorts of things that you can do with them. Maybe you want to write and cover them in glitter like I've done here. Maybe you want to use them with some embossing powders or something along those lines. It's all sorts of things you can do with the glue pens. Maybe you're just looking for a fine glue pen because you're decoupaging with some, I don't know, tissue paper or some thinner paper, and you're doing something a bit more delicate, and you think, well, I'll use my glue pen for that. And what you're actually getting in here are knocking me set over. The 2 sets there. So in each set, I'm just going to give up on that. The 2 sets that you get, you're getting 3 pens in each, so that you're getting the fine one in each box. So for your more intricate work, you're getting, if you like, the bullet nose one, as I call it. I don't know if that's a technical term, sort of the rounded nose one. And you are also getting, as well, the chisel nib tip on there as well. So if you did sort of more calligraphy or something along those lines. And you're getting one of each of those in each pack. And you're getting 2 packs in there for $9.99. They're really easy to use. I had a go with one earlier. And what you will find as well with these, you literally take the nib off, the lid even, and what you'll find is that the tip is just white, and then as the glue runs down, because what you do is you push it down, dab it, and you'll find that the glue will soak down in the nib there, and it will be sort of a blue colour, but it dries clear. So it's really handy so you can see where you've been. Should we have a little go? Should we have a little go? There we go. I need my glasses for this. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Don't know what that was supposed to be. Let's try again. Oh dear, I'm making a right mess of it. I'm trying to, it's a long time since I've done, joined up writing. Oh, we love these. We love these. There we go. Right, this is our new anagram game. You got to check. You got to work out what I've written. It's Adam. There we go. I'll be honest, it wasn't my neatest writing. So we've got Ellie, who's our producer, and we've got Adam. There we go. Who's our director? There we go. That was my first attempt. There we go. There we go. Really straightforward. Really straightforward. Don't forget, you're getting in here 2 sets for your $9.99. So you're getting your rounded nose one or your bullet nose. There we go. You're getting the fine one as well, and you're getting the chisel tip as well, and you're getting 2 sets. There we go. $9.99 is the price. $9.99 is the price. There we go. Now, don't forget our little competition this morning. You could win your basket, but you need to make sure you check out before 7 o'clock. I'm hammering it home this morning, you see, on this because it's brand new. It's brand new. So Anne, Primrose, Trudy, all you other crafty lot there, you've got it in your basket, don't forget, get checked out, and you could win the value of your basket. You know, win your breakfast basket. That's what you like. And that's going to be every morning in the weekdays in between 6 and 7 o'clock. What a great reason to get in early, to check out early, to tune in early. What a great reason. There we go. Something else that's been really, really popular in the show this morning as well, which I showed a little bit earlier, but for those of you that missed it, we have the Shimmer rolls. Now, you're getting, by the way, there's limited stock on these. Congratulations to Gillian and Trevor who have already checked out on these. There's limited stock on these. This is one of the reasons that we're able to bring these items on the Hobby Maker Rewind show, because we're bringing back to you some of our most popular, favourite, best-selling items from the last 24 to 48 hours. Inevitably, what that means, of course, is if it's been popular, it means that a lot of the stock will have gone. You see? So you do need to make sure that you get in quick if you see anything on these shows in the morning that you like. Really important. You're getting 9 rolls, and you get it. So it's 9 metres across the 9 rolls. So I think it's a metre a roll, isn't it? A metre a roll. So you're getting 9 metres in that pack there. $14.99. Let's have a quick look at the colours that we get. I feel like a teacher. Let me put my glasses on my end and nose and get a pointy stick. So we've got the green, we've got the blue, we've got sort of that more greeny blue. Aqua. I knew there was a reason that Adam was here. We've got this sort of lilac-y colour, the black, Christmas red I'm going to call that. Could be ruby red is a better colour. Ruby red. And then, or groovy red, could be, ruby red. Then we've got this sort of mint green. We've got sort of another lilac-y colour. And we've got, of course, the all-important gold. There we go. $14.99. $14.99. Great, of course. It's self-adhesive, by the way. It's self-adhesive. And again, it's great to go through your die cutting machine. So you literally, in fact, it's got, let me show you on the back. I haven't shown you the back, have I? I don't know what I've been doing. There we go. So you can see it's got the grid on the back. It's measured out there in centimetre squares. It's got some of the measurements on there as well to make it nice and easy to use. Goes straight through your die cutting machine, if that's what you want to use it for. You don't have to use it for that. And then the back peels off. If I can just get it. There we go. And the back peels off, you see, and it's self-adhesive. You could punch this as well and die cut it. So die cut it and punch it. There you go. $14.99. You're getting your 9 rolls in there. You're getting all 9 of the rolls in there together. So you're 9 metres. That's a lot, isn't it? 9 metres. 9 metres, that's like 30 foot. Something like that. It's about 30 foot. There we go. Somebody's asked us to show the metallic pad again. So I'm going to do that. The little 6x6 ones, Ellie. Somebody's asked us to re-show this because they want to see the colours again, because this has been really, really popular. Lots of people have been checking out on these, which is very wise because, of course, if you check out, you could win your breakfast basket. There we go. Fantastic. Kathleen, Janet, as well, and Anonymous in there as well. Look at that. I love that gold. That looks, you know, you often see colours that are classed as gold, don't you? But this is like a real yellow gold. What carat gold do you think that is? It changes, doesn't it? The colour slightly changes depending on the carat, doesn't it? Is that right or not? It's a real yellow gold. There we go. Look at that. Thinking diamond slippers there. Thinking prom dresses there. I'm thinking silver wedding anniversaries. There we go. Look at that. So you're getting various ones in here, by the way, because you're getting the encapsulated glitter, and then you're getting a smooth card as well, and you're getting sort of the reflective card as well. There you go. So you're getting all of those different sort of textures, should we say? Finishes. Different finishes. $4.99. All of the pads that we've got on this morning, the 6x6 pads, are $4.99, because you can also get the brights and you can get the pastels as well. They're the matte ones, look. They're all $4.99. So if you've got a couple, it's less than a tenner. Snap up an early morning bargain. That's what you want. There we go. Now, it's probably worth mentioning, actually, if you haven't heard me mention it already, that we have a new feature on the morning show, which is Win Your Breakfast Basket. I should point out, it doesn't need to be whatever I've just shown you here. It doesn't need to be whatever I've just shown you. If you see something else that you want to get and put in your basket and check out, die cutting machine, could be. It could be the Hobby Maker highlight coming up at 7 o'clock if you're shopping ahead. It could be anything. Pop it in your basket and check out, because we're going to pick somebody at random and we're going to announce who wins their breakfast basket by the end of the 7 o'clock show, just before 8 o'clock. So, you know, it doesn't have to be items that we've shown you on this morning's show. It could be anything across the website, but just make sure that you get checked out. You've only got a few minutes to do that. You've got a few minutes, because in a few minutes, when it hits 7 o'clock, we've got the Hobby Maker highlight coming up with Creative Expression's very own Jamie Rogers. And I'm really looking forward to this show, because we've not worked together before on air. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll be very, very exciting. We've got lots of demos coming up. Don't forget, if you've got any questions that you'd like to ask Jamie, you can message us in. You can drop us an email, studio@hobbymaker.co.uk, or you can also drop us a direct message as well via the website. Just click on Watch Now, Watch Live, and you'll see a little white box appear, and you can ping some messages. If you've got any questions for him, Jamie, can you show us that again? Will it work with this? Please do messages. We encourage messages into the show. We want to hear from you. So please make sure that you do drop us a line. Very, very straightforward. Very, very straightforward indeed. So stay tuned, get the kettle on very quickly, get yourself a cup of coffee and a slice of toast, because we're going to be back right after this.
You know, we're really proud to be a supplier of We Are Memory Keepers here at Hobbymaker. I've got some really exciting news. We've already had some amazing products from them over the last few weeks, and this Wednesday we are launching, the UK launch this is, of the new vinyl press. If you fancy making your own t-shirts, designing your own bags, that sort of thing, we're going to have some screens that you can actually buy yourself as well from us, but you can also make your own. Really exciting. The UK launch this coming Wednesday with the lovely Carla Bagshaw and We Are Memory Keepers, the vinyl press.
Want to know what's going on in the next show? Then head over to our website. Click on the TV guide. This will tell you who's presenting, which guest we have joining us, along with what's going on in each hour. If you ever miss a show, you can catch up by clicking on the day you missed and then click Watch This Show. You can also view what product was on and if it's still available to buy. Catch up on Hobbymaker.
It's a new year, so that can only mean one thing.
It's time for those New Year resolutions.
And it's the perfect time to start a new hobby.
Jewellery Maker, Sewing Street and Hobby Maker are here whether you're starting something new or advancing your skills on a current hobby.
With all the tools you need to start, as well as expert demonstrations from our great guests.
Are you starting a new hobby this January? Share your new makes with us by tagging Jewellery Maker, Hobby Maker or Sewing Street using the hashtag #NewYearNewHobby.
And watch us every day from 8 AM to 1 PM on Jewellery Maker.
On Hobby Maker, 6 to 8 AM and 1 to 6 PM.
And 8 AM till 1 PM on Sewing Street.
Are you having trouble finding the perfect gift? Then why not treat them to the new gift card from Hobbymaker at hobbymaker.co.uk. Simply scroll down to the bottom where it says gift cards, click and you'll be taken to the right place. Decide between posting the card or delivery by email and then decide how much you want to add. You choose the value. So what do you get the crafter that's got everything? Why not treat yourself or them to the Hobbymaker gift card?
When you purchase anything on Hobbymaker, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee, meaning that you can shop with confidence. Happy shopping with Hobbymaker.
Welcome back! Welcome back. Did you go and get your cup of coffee? Did you go and get your slice of toast? It might not be a slice of toast, it might be a croissant. You see, might be a croissant, might have gone continental on us this morning. You are, of course, watching Wake Up with Hobbymaker. My name is Ben Murray, and at 7 o'clock it is, of course, the Hobbymaker highlight. Now, I have been joined in the studio by somebody that you will know very well, very popular, first time of us working together. It is, of course, Creative Expression's very own Jamie Rogers! Here he is!
Good morning.
Had a mind blank then, not because of Jamie Rogers, but I nearly forgot Creative Expressions. How did I manage that? I've not had my coffee, obviously, this morning, Jamie.
You've mentioned croissants twice. You're making me very hungry.
I know. I have
Very
that effect.
hungry.
I have that effect. We've got loads going on this morning, haven't we?
We have an awful lot to show you, don't we? Lots to share.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
When was the last time you were in?
Yesterday. It's been so long. It's 4 o'clock yesterday.
Oh, but the great thing about this morning, though, is we've got a brand spanking new launch.
Yeah, for the first time we've done 2 different shows on 2 different days. So
Yeah.
we played with gilding flakes today. I got very covered in glue.
I heard
They
about
look
that.
very sparkly.
Yeah.
Today we're trying to avoid any catastrophes and we'll play with flowers instead.
Somebody mentioned the woman covered in gold on the
Yeah.
James Bond movie laying on the bed at the end.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Well, I had the fingers for that. That was
Yeah,
about it.
got fingers.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
But it was growing. There was more coming on as the show went on. So you never know. Anything's possible.
Well, we've got some fantastic items coming up on the show. We've got a couple of different bundles that we're going to talk through.
We have.
So we'll talk through those briefly. But the theme of the Hobby Maker Highlight this morning, the big bundle that we've got, it's sort of a flower theme, is it? We're coming into springtime.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is the first time Sue Wilson's actually designed this style of flower for us as well. We've had lots of different flowers to build up before, but never have we actually broke them down into the different layers for you, giving you the ability to actually layer them with your colours and cut them and do them as you wish to. Sue's looked at others on the market, to be quite honest with you, and she said, I love them, but they can be a little bit complicated.
Yes.
I want these to be as easy and as simple to build as I can possibly do them. So we'll show you shortly, but there's sort of diagrams in the packaging as well. It's all broke down very easily, but these really do make stunning flowers very quickly.
I'm really looking forward to seeing some of these demos, and you've got some 2 or 3 demos coming up, I think, for us. Let's have a little look and see what we get coming up, because we've got a couple of different bundles, 2 or 3 different bundles available for you this morning. Starting off with sort of the flower dedicated bundle, shall we call it, sort of bundle number 1. So we've got this collection here. Just talk us through, Jamie, what we're getting.
So if I show you the little boards, that might help us. So this is an idea of what you'll actually be receiving. This is the apple blossom set.
Apple blossom.
You're actually going to receive 11 dies. Now, as you can see very quickly, you've got your leaves here, you've got your layers to go on top of your leaves, you have got all of the parts of the flowers you need, even the middles. So it's so easy to go and pick these out, cut them out of all of the items you would like to. Then we'll move on.
Okay.
Have we got some samples?
I've got some samples very quickly.
See, we're a good
So this is the apple. This is the apple. It's worth mentioning that these are all available on the website individually for anybody that does want to shop ahead. You can do that if you want to get them individually. But of course, the best way to buy is in the bundles.
How beautiful are these?
Aren't they
I'm
fantastic?
very lucky. Virtually all of my samples, I believe, I'm bringing you today, are all done by Sue Wilson herself.
Brilliant.
So yeah, lots and lots of inspiration from Sue.
Fantastic. So that particular one there was the apple blossom. What else do we get? What's the next one?
So moving on, we have the iris coming up next.
Oh.
The iris, same idea again. So we've got all the different parts you're going to need, all of your leaf parts, your foliage as well. As you can see, broke down very easily for you to actually go ahead and start cutting that and layering it up.
Beautiful, beautiful. And one of the things as well that you mentioned, of course, was that when Sue designed these, she's tried to make them impressive but not complicated.
Exactly.
Look at that. That's
It
absolutely
looks
beautiful.
like there's so much work gone into that, doesn't it? It really does look like you're going to be die cutting for a while. But with the way she's designed the dies to sort of have reveal parts, so you can just layer them up in your colours very simply, very easily. And even the foliage has sort of double layers to it. And you don't have to cut them in different colours. I'll be doing demos today where we just cut them in white and they look beautiful. Even like on the boards, you can see that.
Brilliant. Okay, so that one was the iris, wasn't it? Okay, what's the next one?
Moving on, we have the daisy. This one again has 13 dies actually in this set. So again, incredible value for money when you break it down to the individual sets. But you've got the 13 layers. It's not the same again. So we've got our foliage, we've got our sort of stems to go with our flowers. Then of course we've got our different flower heads as well. So very easy to build up and make stunning creations.
Aren't they beautiful? And again, we talked earlier about how we're coming into springtime now. And flower dyes and gardening sort of dyes and gardening themes are suitable for such a wide range of people, aren't they?
A, it's the range of people. B, it's the range of seasons.
Yes.
And they never go out of fashion, do they? Florals are always in fashion. And you're going to be able to bring in all your different types of cardstock. You was looking at mirror card in the last show. Mirror card and these can look really lovely too. So, it doesn't have to be pastel colours. Really play around with the materials you're cutting from.
Amazing. What's the next one we get?
Then we move on to the posy. So this one's our posy. We've got 11 flowers in this one, or 11 dies, sorry, making up your different flowers with your heads. And then as you can see, once again, you've got all them components for your leaves. What's quite nice in this set is we've got the leaves branching off in the left direction and the right direction, which is quite nice because then when we want to make corners with them or borders or wreaths, it doesn't get too familiar too quickly.
I love it. I love it. And we've got some samples of these as well. There's so much choice because, we're just touching on just a few of the flowers, but there's quite a large choice, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely, yes. And then when you break it down to how many dies are in per pack, it's an astronomical amount of options you've got if you go for the bundle.
And it is worth noting as well because we're, 20%, did you say 20? Over 20% off the prices on these. So this should be just short of £100 for this particular bundle, and it's down to, well, it's £77.50. So getting towards £75, really.
huge saving.
Over 20% off. That's an amazing saving, Joe. You're getting a lot in there.
Yeah, awful lot, especially then when you break it down per die. So moving on to our next one, we have our daffodil set. Now this one, again, perfect for the season we're approaching, isn't it? You know, daffodils are so on point at the moment. Again, 13 dies in this one. Again, you've got your leaves, you've got your flower heads, you've got all of the build-up pieces, so you can create stunning effects.
I love it. And the daffodils are coming through in the garden already, actually. I mean, it's mid-January.
okay.
Yeah, my daffodils are already starting to come up through the ground. Just seeing the leaves, a couple of inches of the leaves coming up. But they are there, they are coming up. Really, really nice indeed. Really nice indeed. And again, nothing says springtime, Easter, you know, more than the daffodil, does it?
I always found these make me smile.
Yes.
It's such a happy, bright, colourful, nice time of the year to sort of be heading through.
Yes.
Love a daffodil.
I love them too. I think that's it's nice to see. These are very natural looking as well. They're not too forced, are they? Sometimes you see them and they look too perfect. These look much more natural.
Yeah, well, it's like there's no traditional straight edges to a lot of them. You know, they really are the shapes that they should be.
Fantastic.
Then we move on and we have the zinnia die. So this one
zinnia.
again has 12 different components to it, or 12 different dies to it. As you can see, you can build them up very easily. Do note the little white work ones on here as well. I'll try and tip that forward slightly just so you can see how the layers really work nicely when you build them up. Even in white cardstock, it looks like they've been embossed.
I love those. And the only time I'd heard of a zinnia until I'd seen one was actually, I think I said to you earlier, my boring morning fact. We need a thing for that, a sting for that.
Morning
Ben's
fact.
boring morning fact
Not at all.
is, if you remember, the Darling Buds of May with David Jason, lots of other versions are available. One of his daughters was called Zinnia because, of course, they named all of their children after, a lot of them after flowers.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful. Beautiful, so Zinnia. Then there was Primrose, wasn't there? Anyway.
I can't remember too much about
Can't
it.
ya?
No, I can't. No, I can
Jamie,
remember
where
David-
were you when
David
that was
Jason.
on?
I know that Catherine Zeta-Jones was in it, but
Oh, yes.
I can't answer many questions on that one. That's not a good topic.
There we go. So that's the zinnia. It's worth noting as well that this particular bundle is limited stock as a bundle. So if you do want to get your hands on this particular bundle as a standalone bundle, it is limited stock. So please do make sure you get checked out. Lots of you are already putting these in your baskets. What's the next one that we've got,
Next one we're
Jamie?
moving on to is Poppy.
Poppy.
Again, 12 different dies in this one, can be built up very nicely. We're actually going to be using this in the first demo, and we're not going to go for your traditional poppy colours, and you'll see how beautiful it will look in pinks and yellows.
Fantastic. I love them. And again, one of my nieces is called Poppy. One called Rose and one called Poppy. Really, really diverse.
Yeah.
I love, what you can use these dies for, because again, they don't have to be used for, it doesn't have to be used for remembrance, for instance.
No,
does it?
of course not,
know?
no. But lovely to have that as well in your stash when the time is right.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it strikes me just how many elements you're getting in these sets as well, Jamie. When you look on the back there, we're getting in there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 pieces in that one
And
set.
the way Sue designs these, so like you build more open shapes, they're going to be the backings to your flowers.
Yes.
But because they're in that format, there's no reason why you can't cut them out of things like self-adhesive sheets and put glitter on them.
That's a great
So you can
idea.
stick down your layers on the top and then flake them, like we was playing with flakes yesterday.
Yeah.
So it gives you more freedom than just having a flower with that edge already attached to it. Also means you could cut apertures in your card and sink the flowers inside them. So a lot more freedom to create with them than if it's just all joined together as one flower.
So you could have an aperture in the front of the card and you could mount the flower in the
Absolutely.
inside. When you open the aperture, the flower's still there.
Absolutely. If you would like to, there's no reason why you can't.
I
That's the
like
beauty
that
of
idea.
having the different parts of the die,
Brilliant.
separate pieces as such.
I love it. I love it. Don't forget, if you want to get your hands on bundle number 1, just like Carol has done, £77.50. Don't forget, that's over 20% off. And we haven't finished yet. There's more to go. What's the next one,
Last
Jamie?
one in our flower collection is the sunflower.
Oh.
Again, talk about flowers that make you smile, how can
Yes.
you not smile at a sunflower? In this one, we have 10 different dyes. And again, the more you've got, you know, I know we've give you the exact leaves for them flowers, but the more you've got, the more bouquets you can build up, the more you can play around with your foliage. There's a lot more you can do with them the more sets you have. But
Well, actually, I think that's a good point, Jamie, and something that I hadn't considered. I was looking at the sets as standalone sets in respect of, you know, the individual flowers. But as you've quite rightly said there's no reason that you can't create, you know, bunches, is there, and bouquets.
Vases of them, you know, as you wish, wreaths. So many ways we can use these. We've kept them separate for the samples, pretty much so you can see how they are going to look as their one set.
Yes.
But yeah, when you're playing with them, feel free to create. This is what it's all about. Size-wise, they're all going to sort of compare, if you like, or match in. So there's no reason why you can't build up bigger items with them.
I love the idea of that. And I'm thinking as well, you know, things like summer weddings, so invitations and acceptance cards, that sort of thing. You've got a summer wedding, you can mix and match the different summer flowers on there.
Absolutely.
You could create wreaths as well with them, couldn't you? Decorate perhaps photo frames and things, the corner of photo frames and things with them as well.
Absolutely.
I love it. So that is bundle number one. That's all of the flowers we've been through, isn't it?
Yep.
So we've got, just to recap, we have got in bundle number one, we have got sunflower, daisy, posy, daffodil, poppy, zinnia, and we've also got iris and, what was the other one? Apple blossom.
Don't do that.
Apple blossom. Nearly threw him there.
On the spot there.
£77.50. Quite a few of you already checking these out. If you want to get that as a bundle, you can do that. We're limited stock for it as a single bundle for that, so do make sure you get checked out. You can get them individually as well if you want to get them individually. But stay tuned because we've got a big bundle coming up, which is the best way, of course, to save. Bundle number two then, Jamie, we've got a bit of a mix on bundle number two. The price on your screen at the moment, by the way, is not the price that you're going to be paying. If you're new to Hobby Maker, it's worth noting that often we'll bring up the recommended retail price on the screen, but depending on how generous our producer Ellie is feeling and how close she is to the big red button which reduces the price, she'll hit that button and the price comes tumbling down. And in this instance, it's come down to $59.99, which is a great saving. But we're getting a slightly different mix in this one, Jamie, aren't we? What are we getting?
We are. So these to me are like the essential components to match in with the flowers.
Yes, still
So
part of the theme.
Yeah, exactly. It's all same release. So Sue does these releases sort of monthly. This is all together as one big release for this month. But of course, as you can see, every flower display is going to need a flower pot to go with it. This one has 2 dyes in here. So we've got your just for you that you can use completely separately or with it. And then you've got your actual plant pot that of course can be built up into and make your displays.
And of course you can mix and match the sentiments from the different sets.
Of course, yeah.
To go with these as well, can't you? So this one, of course, again, as you were saying earlier, these samples have been made to focus on what you're getting in the specific pack, but in actual fact you can mix and match those. I love that as well, just a note. And it's not just gardens, I'm thinking greenhouses, I'm thinking garden parties.
Absolutely.
You know, nice acceptance to the king when you get invited to the garden party.
Of course, yes. Yes, we'll all need that, of course.
We can make them a card. There we go. Fantastic. So that's one of the items there.
Now, all floral displays always need a pretty butterfly to go with them, don't they?
Oh, absolutely.
Sue's thought of that too. So we have the dainty butterflies. In here we have 5 dyes. One of the bits I would really highlight as well is the little sideways ones as well. So they look like they're landing on your flowers. They're really pretty, very delicate. There's
rather than hiding the flower.
Exactly. They can complement, look as if they're mid-flight. And they've got nice emboss work on there as well that I'm not sure you're seeing too well, but trust me, it is on there. So there is a nice bit of embossing actually on there to give you a bit more depth.
And butterflies always popular, again,
always.
Don't have to be used, of course, with the flowers, ideal to use with the flowers, but can go independently on their own.
Yep, like the first card you've got here, this was actually one I made for yesterday's show with the gilding flakes, and I wanted to show you how if you did get a hold of the gilding flakes, how you could bring those bits together. So we've got the butterfly on here, we've got one of the sentiments that's coming up, and we've got the flakes as well. And then again, another one here by Sue, just complementing the plant pot and attaching it to the sentiments. So it all matches in really nicely.
And the great thing about butterflies as well is, apart from the fact that you can layer butterflies, of course, you can curl the edges as well, make them really 3D and stand out, layer them up. But you know, in nature, butterflies can be any colour.
Oh, absolutely, yes. So to complement your colour scheme or your flowers, the world's your oyster, isn't it, really, with colours?
Absolutely. So that's the butterflies.
Then we move on to our background. Now this is our wood grain planks background. Now I don't know how well this is going to show up. I apologise profusely, but I've done it on white as our boards are.
Yes.
When Ben shows you the sample shortly, you're going to see it. If you just take an ink pad over the top of it, just highlight that texture, it will come to life. But it is a really lovely subtle background that looks really nice.
Fantastic. Well, here we go. Here's an example of what Jamie was talking about there. Not always easy to see on the screen when it's in white. We can see it here when it's in white because you can see it close up. But on the screen, it's not always easy to see. But you can see exactly what you're talking about here, Jamie. And again, just coloured the top there. Just what's
just
been
take
used
a brown
for that?
ink pad. Doesn't
Just a
matter
brown
what
ink
type
pad.
it is. I believe that one was one of my Memento ink pads in brown. But you know, try with any inks you've got. You could brayer over paints, bits like that. You know, there is no reason why you can't use your polishes on this as well. We do loads of Cosmic Shimmer polishes. Just something that's going to go across the top and highlight that texture will look really lovely.
And I love as well, just away from the background for a second, I love the way with the flowers here, you've layered the flowers up here, even though they're in white, you can see that still, can't you?
Yeah, exactly. They just look like they've been embossed and cut out, which is a really nice way to actually use them. That's one of the cards we'll hopefully demo at some stage of today as well.
Fantastic. And then this one here, so this is, we're using the same effect on here, but this is slightly different because this one here is more sort of embossed. This one here is sort of a flatter finish.
Sue's done this one, and again, I think she's played with 2 different shades of brown as well, so
Yes.
which again gives it quite a nice complement. She's gone for a darker cardstock.
It's almost like she
and gone
stamped
over
it.
Yeah, I know, it looks like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's just down to, I know Sue also cuts 2 at once. With a lot of her dies, she'll cut 2 at once.
Oh, right.
When you cut 2 at once, you'll end up with one that's more prominent than the
Oh, I
other. So I
see.
think that's probably her secondary one.
That's
which will be
brilliant.
slightly
Very
less
clever.
embossed. So again, it will give you a more subtle background.
She's a very clever lady.
Oh, Sue's incredible. The way she designs, the way she creates, the samples she makes, incredible.
There we go. And you can see the actual die there on the back, and you can see how it comes out on the front. There we go. That's part of bundle number 2 as well. So at £59.99, great saving, but there's more as well.
There is more, yep. So we have a brand new Frames and Tags edition.
Okay.
This is our decorative scrolled frame. In here we have 5 different dies. Now, as you can see with this one, we have our backing plate to put behind them. Again, great for cutting in apertures, sinking the panels into. We then have the panels. We then have the middle parts as well. So we can build this up, we can 3D it, we can cut more fancy, delicate parts actually into the frames. We can leave them open like the one at the top here to put our sentiments in there. There are so many combinations and ways we can use these. I could do really large demo boards to show them. So this is just a little bit of a hint of what you could be doing with that one.
And you're getting, I mean, that's a large die that you're getting in there in actual fact, and there's a lot of elements in there as well. Could you, for instance, die cut some of those and then use them as like a stencil and ink through
Oh,
them?
absolutely, yeah. You could even stick 2 or 3 together and then send them through your machine with your rubber mat on top and emboss it if you wanted
Wow.
to. Yeah, loads of ways you can use dies more than just cutting and seeing them as they are. But stenciling with them, great idea. You can even stencil through the actual die itself as well.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you want to use that as a stencil, you can do. Obviously, the cuts are slightly more intricate, but you could build up your layers.
Brilliant. Good top tip there. Fantastic. £59.99 is the price. Don't forget, we've not finished. There's more to come in the bundle. What's
There
next?
is more. So now we have our sentiments. So we have Always and Forever on this set. And as you can see, you have your backgrounds with them as well. Shall I show you all of these in one go?
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Great idea.
We then have Thinking of You. This is your 4 die set. Again, you've got the backing parts and the intricate parts. We then have our Just a Note set as well. Again, backing plates with them as well. You can use those to cut, or you can again cut them and then sink your word inside them. And then lastly, we have For My Friend. So you will receive all of those in your set, all 4 of the different ones, to add to your collection of sentiments.
Absolutely brilliant. I'll very quickly show you the samples very quickly all together. So £59.99 is the price if you want to get your hands on those. So the sentiments again, Thinking of You. There we go. Really, really lovely. And I love the fact as well, of course, with all sentiments, you can mix and match them. Another Thinking of You there. The next sentiment as well is Just a Note. That's nice, isn't it? You don't often see that, Just a Note. Sort of just because I can, or just to let you know, isn't it?
It's lovely to, because sometimes we don't have necessarily a purpose or a reason for sending a card.
No.
Just want somebody to know that we're thinking of them, don't we?
Absolutely. Always and Forever. I think also, just a note as well, is, as you said, you know, it's sometimes you don't have a post, you just want to let somebody know. But sometimes you just want to move away from the traditional sort of sentiments as well. So that's why thinking of you, I think, is quite good as well, because rather than, you know, sometimes if you have sort of a sympathy card, you know, with sympathy, every card, thinking of you
Which
is
is
a
what
little
you're
bit,
doing, isn't
yeah,
it? You are
is a
thinking
bit
of
of a
them.
different, I love
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
There
if
we
you
go.
open that, it's got the friend part on the inside.
Oh,
so again, showing
there we
how you can sort
go.
of complement the two together. It doesn't always have to be in a sort of together on the front.
Jamie, you've done this before.
A few
There
times.
we go. $59.99 is the price for the second bundle that you get in there. So we covered the first bundle, which was all the flowers. The second bundle is the sentiments, the backgrounds, the pots, and so on and so forth. But if you want it all, and who doesn't want it all, Jamie?
Need it all, don't we?
We
Want it,
all
need
want it all. Well, yeah, that's right, we do. If you want it all, you can get it all. The price on the screen is $163.84. $163.84. But those who are regular Hobbymaker viewers will know that's not your price. That's not your price. It's just $129.99. Now, just to recap, for $129.99, you're getting the two bundles. We're getting the big bundle of all the flowers, plus we're getting the second bundle with the sentiments, the frames, the background, the pots, and so on and so forth. You're getting all of that for $129.99.
That's a lot.
Fantastic. Jamie, I think I've waffled enough. We'd love to see. We'd love to see what you can do with it.
It's good to see the bundle in its entirety, isn't it?
It is.
But this
You
is
get
what
a
we're
lot in
going to
there.
do. This is our first little card, and this is actually using the poppy set. Very easy to do, very simple, and I think this is one of the beautiful things of this collection. It doesn't have to be complicated at all. So let's start off, shall we? So our dies, we show them to you in the packaging. Let's actually show you a little bit more about them. So when Sue designs these, obviously we have the picture on the front here. We have our dies on the reverse, so you can see them. The little bit that you might not know is in the inside we have more. In here we've got inspiration, and it will tell you what has been used, what Sue's actually created these cards with, so you can get hold of them bits if you'd like to recreate the cards exactly. But with this set of dies, what's most important is telling you how your flower builds. So we didn't just want to give you all of the components and leave you to get on with it. She wanted you to have this little graph and this little explanation of how to build them up. That possibly makes it look more complicated than you would imagine. I promise you it's very, very easy. But it's nice to know you've got that backup if you need it.
Fantastic.
So, let's go on to cutting some components, shall we? So we're going to bring in our backing pieces. These are going to be the backs to the flowers, and we're going to cut those out of some pink. Now, I would like these to be on our solid pink and not our dotty side. And you might wonder what I've got here. This is one of our 8x8 pages out of the Sue Wilson Dots and Stripes pad that we have on today's show for you as well. Love this paper. It's a 210 GSM, if I remember rightly. So it's the perfect weight to cut through to create our flowers. I'm then going to bring in the middle parts to the flowers, and we're going to cut them out of some yellow from the same paper pad. Then we can go on to our leaves, and we'll go for these large leaves, and we've got both layers. Now I'm going to do these both out of the same shade of green. You don't have to, obviously, but there's only one shade of green in the paper pad, so I didn't want to tease you by bringing in something we weren't bringing to air today. But if you've got different colours of inks that you might want to colour your card with, or different colours of cardstock, then of course you could layer them in different shades. So we'll send all those through the machine in one pass and let those all cut out for us. Obviously with our Creative Expressions dies, they cut beautifully. You know, one pass through your machine, you're going to get that perfect cut in. A lot of the details on these flowers are also debossed, and as they go through, they will actually do that for us as well. So when we take these off, we have the backs to our flowers ready to play with. We have our leaves. There's our first one coming out there now. And then when we go on to our delicate parts of the flowers, we can take that away, and then we will use the release holes on the other side just to go in and take this out of the actual die, as we don't want to damage it. Now this is one of the pieces that I was on about with your cut lines or your deboss lines. So all of this detail is added on for us the moment that goes through the machine. So it's ready to sort of give you a more wow factor to your flower. Then we have the next layer down for the next flower. And then we have our other part to the leaf. And then there are central parts as well that we could have cut, but I just wanted to show you quickly how we can quite easily build up our components. Then when we bring these together, and I have some of these already cut, so let's bring these in, because I've got all parts here. So we have our central part, we have our outside part, and we have our backing part. I'm going to bring in my Cosmic Shimmer Dries Clear Glue, and we're going to just add a small part of this on the back here. We have this on today's show as well. This is one of my favourite sizes of our glue because we do it in quite a few options actually, but this one I find is the best one. and one I go to more often. So we'll place that down, we'll slide that part up into place, and we have our first part to our flower. Oh, come here. Then we can add in some glue into the middle, and we'll bring in that part of the flower and layer that on as well. And then exactly the same as the sort of side profile of the flower, we can go in and layer that one on top of here. And then with our leaves, we can put the top part onto the backing part. And even in the same shade, it will give you more detail. You could, if you prefer, just glue it down the centre and actually fold this in half so it sits up and gives you a more raised effect as well, if you'd prefer more of a 3D finish. So you can really play around with these and build them as you want to see them. So we'll take them off to one side, we'll come back to those in a second, and we'll go on to our actual card. So for our card, I've done quite a dinky one for me. I tend to make really big cards. I do. And my favourite size of card is 10 inches by 7. So they're really big. So this one's quite small for me. This one's about a 5 by 5, if I remember rightly. So we'll go on with just a piece of white card. Now in our paper pad, they're all double-sided, they're dots and stripes, so it's up to, you know, which page you pick to what you're going to receive. But this one, of course, is our stripes, and that's going to complement really nicely with our flowers. So we're going to go for our stripes, our lovely pink stripes facing up at us. We're then going to bring on another white layer to go on the top of that. Just get rid of our foam tape pieces. And then we can place this in the middle. And then we're going to go for this lovely beige colour. Again, we've got that stripe detail matching in to go in with our pink layer. Or, of course, we could use the more sort of beige stone colour on the reverse of it if you prefer. But I'm going to keep with the stripes. We're going to add in some glue again. And we can build that one up on top of there. Then we go on to actually building our components. Now, I have cheated. I have all of my pieces off to one side that I can just bring in here and start playing and layering. So we're going to start off by actually putting the bud to run between the two pieces. So we're going to just add on a small amount of glue onto the back of this. It dries clear, so even if I do get a little bit in the wrong place, it's not the end of the world. But we'll place that one down there. We're then going to bring in our flower head and place that on top of that part. And straight away you could see how actually you could leave it quite simplistic.
Yeah,
if you wanted to, you could go for a larger sentiment here if you don't want to build up lots and lots of flowers.
Yeah.
We'll then go for our larger flower, just being underneath that part. Now I want to make sure I've got room for my sentiments. I'm going to put some of the glue onto the back of my hand. Do a patch test before you start putting glue on yourself. I've been doing this for years and I think I'm still okay. Never 100% sure. It could explain a lot, but no, I think we're safe. So just pad that on and then place that down. Then I'm going to go in for some of my leaves. So I love these leaves because we're just going to shape these up slightly. And again, we could round them if we prefer. Let's go rounded actually. So we'll do a bit of rounding. Bring out a small dab of glue so I can just go in and lift that up.
Do you like taking the glue off after, you know, when you've got it on your hands? Do you like, some people really enjoy
our
getting
glue
the glue back off?
doesn't pull away like secondary skin.
Doesn't it?
It just rubs off, which is quite nice. Yeah, so it's not like you're doing a sort of a peel.
Oh.
It will just sort of come around its own.
Build up a little collection.
No.
But that's really handy. And that's a great way of getting glue on the back of really delicate cutout, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. All of your delicate die cuts, really nice way to do it. One of the bits I like with this glue as well, because we do our Cosmic Shimmer glue in 4 different size bottles. So there is, of course, good bits and bad bits with all of them. But one of the bits I like with this one, it comes with a little clear nozzle. And if you, at home, I've actually glued that onto my desk so that my glue stands ready to use at all times.
Oh, that's a good
idea. So
idea.
you never have to worry about it sort of being at the bottom when the bottle gets lower. You can simply lift it away and you're ready to go because the glue
That's a brilliant idea.
So it's not necessarily designed for that, but it's certainly one of the tips that I found is quite handy.
That's a Jamie top tip. If you want to get your hands on the glue, by the way, £7.50 on your screen at the moment. Don't forget you can pop that in your basket. You'll only pay 1 P&P today. £3.95 is all the P&P you pay from midnight last night through to midnight tonight. Don't forget to click combine order if you're ordering something later on, and that will get added into your existing order and you won't get charged a second P&P.
Now with your leaves, I can get very carried away with flowers and foliage. It's one of my favourite parts of crafting is building up little displays and playing around with them. So it's up to you how many you want to put in and how bold you want that to be. I'm then just going to bring in a couple of butterflies. So again, these are cut from the butterflies that we have on the show for you today. And we're going to place one going over the top of the flower there. And then for our other one, we're actually going to take this and fold it in half so that we have it as a side profile, because this one's slightly larger than the side profile butterflies that we have actually in the bundle. So a little bit of glue around the back of that.
It looks like a very expensive card. If you were to receive that, you'd think, oh my word, that's, you know, they've really spent a lot of money. And then you'd look at it and realise it's made just for me.
To be honest, it's the beauty of the dies. The dies do 99.9% of the work for you, and the bit that's left is done by the papers.
Absolutely.
Because when you work with a paper pad like this, you know everything coordinates. You know all of your textures, all of your colours. It's designed to go together for a reason. And Sue's done the hard bit for you. You know, you don't have to sit there thinking, well, is this going to work? Is that going to complement? We know that's going to complement. And when we actually bring it together and build it up, that's what you can achieve.
I think they're amazing. And, you know, like Adam just said, you know, if you've got a card like that, you think, what have I done to deserve this? Or you could look at it the other way and go, what have you done to be giving that to me in the first place? It could go both ways. But they're absolutely beautiful. What is the angel policy on those?
Oh, our angel policy is brilliant, actually. As long as you've made cards with them, you can make and sell as many as you want to. If you have any questions, because we do, don't we? We all want to see it in writing. Pop onto the Creative Expressions website. At the very bottom, it has like all different like little bars that you can click on. One of them will be angel policy, and it will just tell you in word form exactly what I've said, really.
That's amazing.
But as long as you've made with them, make as many as you want to.
And if you had an online shop or a craft stall, they're going to look absolutely amazing.
Hopefully.
Those sorts of cards on there.
Hopefully.
So the collection that you were just using, the bundle that you were just using, was from the flower collection, wasn't it?
Yep.
Which flower was it?
So I used the poppy from the flowers. We
poppy.
used the butterfly from the secondary set as well.
Fantastic. So if you want to get your hands on the first bundle, which you can see on the screen at the moment, which is the 8 different flowers, don't forget they're all mix and match. £77.50 for the bundle. You can get those. Don't forget as well, you can get each of the die sets individually as well. So if you wanted to get just the poppy, you could also get just the poppy. That would be fine. But if you wanted as well the butterflies, they're in the second bundle. Again, you can get them individually if you want to. If you wanted to get the second bundle, £59.99. And in there, you're getting the sentiments, you're getting the backgrounds, you're getting the pots, and so on and so forth. But the best way to get it, of course, is from our Hobby Maker highlight, which is the big bundle. You're getting absolutely everything in there. $129.99. You're getting everything that you've seen. The 8 flower sets. You're getting the 4 sentiments. You're getting the pots, the backgrounds, the frames, the whole, you know, kit and caboodle. I was going to say 9 yards, but I always say that. Change it up. You're getting the whole kit and caboodle. Whole kit and caboodle. Just a reminder as well that everything that you've seen Jamie using on the show today, from the glue to the paper pads and everything, is all available on the website. You can find the items as well below Watch Now on the website, and shop ahead, pop in your basket. Don't forget to get checked out. Jamie, what are we going to look at next?
So I thought we'd have a little look at the sunflower set next, actually, and make this card here is our aim.
Wow.
So we'll play around with the sunflowers. We're going to use that lovely frames and tags die. We're going to play with the words. And in the background, just cut in black, is our wood grain as well. And we'll be using the papers, once again, from the Dots and Stripes paper pad.
Brilliant, and it's kind of a rustic effect. If you like the look, by the way, of the cards that Jamie's creating, both this one and the one that you've just seen, we had a little chat with Jamie earlier. So, Jamie, could we do a bit of a giveaway?
Absolutely.
Can we?
Why not? Let's.
So, the cards that Jamie makes on the show today could be yours, one lucky viewer. We will get the items sent over to our social media department, and keep an eye, keep your peepers peeled, and you could be the winner.
Lovely. So what we're going to do then, first of all, is we're going to cut our background. Now, I did this out of black cardstock, but I thought I'd show you the ink over the top of it as well while we're here. So we're going to use the wood grain, and I'm going to use some coconut white card. I'm going to do Sue's trick of cutting 2 at once. That means that as it goes through, she does this with virtually all of her die cutting. It means that if there's any emboss work on the die, the secondary piece of card will cut into it and then help emboss it as well. So it saves putting your dies through with a tan mat or a rubber mat on the top of them. So it's just a bit of a quicker hack.
That's clever, isn't it? Yeah.
It's also a good way to use up any of your sort of spare bits of card. You know, we've all got them offcuts, haven't we? I know I'm using brand new card here, which is a bit like sacrilege. But if you've got your offcuts, there's no reason why you can't use them.
I do actually like your magnetic mat there, the effects that you've got on your very well used magnetic
This one from my machine.
I really like that.
Yeah,
Great background.
Yeah, you know, I really do use and abuse my machine, to be honest with you. And they always say you should never cut into a magnetic sheet.
Yes.
I can genuinely tell you that the ones that come for this machine are incredible.
Yes.
This has been cutting, these are all cut lines.
Yes.
Because quite often at home I will cut my dies face down.
Yes.
Because then I can position them where I want them on my cardstock, especially when we're doing fiddly bits of card or using up our scraps. Really good way to actually see and make sure your dies stay in place. So yeah, this machine, absolute gem to work with. So as you can see, we have cut our first one. Our secondary one, and this can be quite a nice effect as well, they tend to stay pretty well in the cardstock. So if you would prefer it to stay in place, that's quite a nice idea. This is partially cut on the side because I'm in an electronic machine, but I could easily take that back in place if I wanted to and leave it within the frame. So it gives you a different option. With our embossed panel, just quickly, because I know, as I said, I've used mine with black card, but just to show you how quick you can bring this to life. This is just a Memento Potter's clay ink pad, but play with your different shades of inks to create some really different effects. Now, how many times do we hear in our industry that men's cards are difficult to do?
Oh, you
and
often
that,
hear
we
it.
can't find bits for men's cards.
Yeah.
How easy was
Yes,
that to have that
yes.
sort of floorboard rustic feel
Yes.
actually created? So
And if you were
lovely
to cut that, if you were to emboss that using sort of a darker brown as well, something
Yeah.
like that, and you can just use the ink pad
Again-
to accent it, or
Yep, like the one that you held up as Sue's, I believe that was black ink that she had used over really dark, like I think it's called dark roast or
Oh, yes.
roast coffee or
That
coffee
one there.
bean or something like that. We
Yeah.
do about 60 colours of card and the names always evade me. Yeah. But it's
Dark
one of our
brown.
darker shades of brown, let's put it that
that's
way.
essentially what she's done there. Really good.
So moving forward, let's go on to our card, shall we? So let's get our card blank. I've already skipped ahead just for speed, and I've gone ahead here with coconut white card, black card, and then another page out of our dots and stripes paper pad just for some speed. I love that paper pad. I bring that to so many shows because I find it's just an essential collection for just about every reason, really, or every theme you're working on.
Which one did you use there?
So I've used this sort of yellow one with our little
Was it
polka dot
polka
on
dotty
it.
one?
Yeah, polka dots this time instead of stripes.
Oh, yeah.
Now let's have a little look. Shall we go black or shall we go for the one we just did? I actually think that's quite nice with the wood grain. Yeah, let's go with the wood grain. Let's change it up slightly. So we'll go for the wood grain, the one that we just created. And we'll place that down flat to save me finding my foam tape. And then our frames and tags die set. So again, don't forget, lots of options with this one. If I remember rightly, had 5 dies in that set. So you've got lots of different ways that you can cut it and layer it. I've just gone for a simple backing plate and then my layers cut together so that I've got the aperture here in the middle. But completely optional whether you want to take the middle parts out or leave them as solids. So we'll just add some glue onto the reverse of this. Again, another top tip is actually cutting this out of your self-adhesive sheets because you could then put flakes and glitters and bits like that through all of the apertures and that will look really pretty. So we'll just do a few dots of glue and layer that on top. Again, we're going to go for coconut white on top of coconut white because it gives you a more sort of embossed luxury look. We can then take off our tape again from the reverse and we can place this down on our card. And then our sunflowers. So we're going to play with the sunflowers this time. So again, in your instructions or in your packaging, you will find that your instructions are here just on the side. So you've got all of the pieces broke down, all numbered, and then you've got your diagram here showing you how it's all going to go together. More inspiration on the side here. That card Ben just hooked out with the lovely wood grain background. That's pictured in here, telling you what Sue's used. Another beautiful card at the top here, giving you some more ideas as well. And then, of course, dies on the reverse, just like last time.
Brilliant. I love the fact that we've got these easy to follow instructions.
I just think it helps. To be honest, they're quite easy to do. And the second you've done a couple, you're going to really have the idea down. But it doesn't hurt to have that visual sort of tick box to go back to, isn't it?
Especially if you're
So-
new.
Exactly.
You've not had a go before.
Exactly. So exactly the same again. I've cut the topper layer out of the same yellow from the paper pad. We then have the black background. We're just going to bring that in and layer that down on top. And then to go in the middle of that, we have our central part again, just cut out of black cardstock. We're going to bring that in and place that one on top. And we have our sunflower
Wow.
as I wanted it. I wanted that black, but of course, if you want to go for brown centres, you absolutely can do instead if you prefer.
Mix it up a bit.
Yep. So let's start building up our components. So we'll bring in our flowers here. I've already padded mine, so I can just take them and place them down. We're going to go for 4 this time. We tend to say with flowers that we should work in odd numbers. I'm forever breaking that rule. And I think it's down to what fits on your card and how it works. But it's up to you. There's no reason why you couldn't just go for 3 or 5 as you wish. I've sort of avoided temptation with the foliage this time, but you have got the foliage here if you want to use it, obviously. If you want to bring in them leaves and layer them up, you absolutely can do. Then for speed, I've gone ahead and I've already cut my just a note, and I've used the backing pieces to layer them on already. And this is a really nice part with Sue's dies when she does this, because quite often we want our text to stand off of the card, but you could never foam pad this word.
Yes.
It would be too delicate. Because you've got that backing plate, I can add my pads on the reverse of it, give it more dimension. I've cut it in the same colour as the panel it's going to go onto, so that backing plate doesn't stand out too much. It's not sort of stealing from the show as such of what we've created, but it still gives you that lift and that dimension.
I love it, I love it. Just a quick congratulations to Anne, Julie, Sue, as well, who've managed to get the bundle. We've now got less than 30 of the big bundle available. Beverly, I can see that you've got one in your basket there. Don't forget, anybody that's got them in the basket, it's not yours until you check out. The phone lines are busy for this.
Good.
And lots of people taking advantage of the deal you can get with the big overall bundle. Please don't miss out.
I think you're going to really love it. When you get your hands on it and you start playing around with this and seeing what you can create with it, seeing how easy they go together, you're going to love it. I will tie the cord around this, but nobody wants to watch me faff of that on air. It'll take me 5 minutes, but I will do it before we give it away, I promise. And I will show you the completed one, and I will show you the one, again, with the sort of more pale background with the ink over the top of it. Really changes the dynamic, actually, doesn't it? Depending on if you want that sort of darker back tone or lighter tone.
It definitely does. And I like the fact as well, we talked about changing the centre of the sunflower as well. Could be black, could be brown.
Absolutely.
Could be orange, could be a range of different colours in there. Don't forget, if you want to win Jamie's fantastic demonstration cards from the show today, that's number 2 that he's just done there. And we've got some more demos coming up. Don't forget to keep an eye on our social media, and you too could be the winner of the card giveaway. Fantastic. It's just worth reminding you again, there is less than 30 of these available, which means it is now going into limited stock. Now, don't forget, with the Hobby Maker Highlight, it launches at 7 o'clock. It's due to come back at 3 o'clock, but the Hobby Maker Highlight is always subject to availability. And the great thing about the Hobby Maker Highlight is it's a great way for us to bring you either a brand new launch, or it's a way to bring you a fantastic deal that we have on some existing products, or it's both. And in this circumstance, it's both. It's a brand spanking new launch to us, and it's a great deal if you get the whole bundle. And because of that, we don't have stock, stacks and stacks and stacks in our warehouse. Because we can't just give everything away at great prices. We wouldn't be here. To do these fantastic deals and launches, we have to limit the number that we can do. And we do have limited stock on that particular bundle. Don't forget, if you want to get them individually, you can still get them individually. That's fine. But we're in limited stock for the big overall bundle. Just to recap, you're getting the 8 flowers in there. You're getting the 4 sets of sentiments. You're getting the wood background. You're getting the pot background. There's all sorts, there's butterflies going on in there, all sorts of different things. You're getting the frames and tags dies in there as well. All of that for £129.99. Well done, Kim. Well done, Anne. Well done, Julie, as well. We've got another few in baskets there, so the numbers are dropping. Their numbers are dropping. We've also got on the show today the Pixie Sparkles as well. So we've got 2 different. So we've got set A and set B. So we've got 2 sets of 3. Is that right? Okay. This one here? Yes, set A. That one's set A. So just checking. Do we also get... The glue doesn't come with that, does it? No, it's just those. Good. That's what's thrown me. Okay. There we go. So we've got set A, £13.50 on the screen, as you can see there at the moment. But regular viewers of Hobby Maker will know... Regular viewers of Hobby Maker will know that the prices often come down. $11.99 is the price. $11.99 is the price. So that's set A, is it, that one? Oh, okay. Right, there we go. That one's set A. There we go. Now we know, Jamie.
If
That
it's
one's
any help, Ben,
Yeah.
there are some boards just behind.
Oh,
that
yes.
Show you how these come out.
Oh,
So
yes.
Pixie Sparkles, for
Brilliant.
anyone who's not seen these before, these are a dye-based powder with large
Okay,
shards of
yes.
mica in them. When we activate them with water, they will firework out and give you incredible backgrounds. You could use them as the boards like Ben's holding up, that were just in one shade, or of course you can go ahead and mix in more shades. But just for the board format, we've done them as one. If Ben gives that a little bit of a tilt, hopefully you'll see the sparkle of the
Oh,
mica
look at
come to
that.
life.
I
Because these
love
have got large shards of mica. They're the largest mica we can physically put in them, so that it will hold on in there and give you that sparkle. So it's not quite glitter, but it's certainly a step up from just a pearlescence.
Have you got a favourite?
Who,
No,
me?
you're not supposed to.
Well, they're mine, so I've got to tell you all of them. There's 26 colours and you need all of them. Probably Beyond Blue, though, or the Teal Marine. In today's set, Teal Marine is probably
Teal
my
Marine,
favourite.
that's
I love, but then I love teals. And we had gilding flakes on yesterday with teal in them.
Yes.
If you got them, this would go really well with that. as well.
Brilliant. So that's set A, $11.99. But we also have, is it set A or set 1? Set A, that was it? So this one's set B. I never remember if it's A or B or 1 or 2.
I'd never keep up.
We'll
That
get
would
there in the
baffle
end.
me.
There we go. So we've also got, so this is the second set. This is set B. So we've got Purple Affair. There we go. And again, it's got that real sheen to it again, hasn't it?
So again, large shards of mica giving you that feel to them. And there's over 40 techniques that we say that you can do with Pixie Sparkles.
Wow.
'Cause we can stamp with these, we can paint with them, we can mix them into colours of texture paste and bits like that. Honestly, the list goes on. There's a video on our YouTube channel, Creative Expressions, where I waffle on for over an hour, giving you different techniques and showing you how you can use them. So if you do get hold of them, go find that video. You'll hopefully be inspired.
So don't forget, check out the YouTube channel and you will find ways to use these. Lots and lots of different ways, lots of great inspiration on there as well. Actually, it's funny you should say that, because one of the things I like as well about Creative Expressions is you do provide this extensive collection of video content to be able to look at, learn demos, techniques, and
There
so
is
on.
so much inspiration, and it's so important with collections like this, because we've all done it, haven't we? We've all bought things and thought, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Well, actually, you forget, don't you? But yeah, we've got our YouTube channel, so that, again, loads of videos on there. On the back of the packaging, you will also find Sue's blog address. If you go on there, she does a blog post every single day and has done for 10 years.
Oh, my
There is
word.
over 3,000 different posts for you to go and read through.
That's
Then,
amazing.
as demonstrators at Creative Expressions, we all have our own Facebook pages, and we all put up cards and inspiration on there that you can go and have a look at as well.
Brilliant.
As well as videos and bits. So yeah, lots of you to sort of digest and take in and hopefully go.
I think that's really good, because sometimes we're just stuck a little bit for inspiration, or you hit a brick wall and that just opens up
Hopefully.
the options. Fantastic. So what are we going to be making next,
So
Jamie?
this is the one that we're going to do next. I thought it might be nice to show you how we could work without using the flowers necessarily.
Okay.
And bring in a couple of the other pieces. So we're going to go for that wood grain background again. I just show you that cut in, obviously. So I've cut it already in speed, so I've got one here. This time in craft card though, which is again quite a nice touch, because when we go over this one with our ink, we have that undertone of the craft card, but you're going to find that the ink still sits on top, gives you a really nice effect. I'm sort of coming to the end of the life of my ink pad, so I'm going to have to be a bit sort of vigorous to get this out and on here.
We can get you a good price on those, Jamie,
Yeah,
on
I
the
know.
website.
Honestly, the amount of ink pads I collect, it's ridiculous. I've just moved, and the amount of things I've found that I'd forgot I'd even got. Got drawers of ink pads, and yet I end up here with one that is sort of on its last legs. We're going to bring in one of our stencils, and this is one of the stencils that we launched on yesterday's show. I seem to have damaged mine a little there, so we'll flip that over. And we're going to bring in some sand paste by Sam Paul. This is one of the products we have today, and it's incredible. It's literally a texture paste, but it has like a sand texture to it.
Yes.
So it's got a really thick, creamy consistency. We can use it with a palette knife. You can put it out and brayer it if you'd like to. Or with this one, we're actually going to use it with a stencil brush for our stencil.
Yes.
So it's up to you how you wish to work with it. It's water-based. If you wanted to mix it down with some water and paint with it, you could do as
Wow.
well. Lots of techniques we can do with this one.
So $14.99 is the price that you're going to pay for those, but you're getting all three of those, Jamie, aren't you?
Yep, there's
All
three of them. There's actually 6 in the collection, but these are my favourite 3 colours. So I thought it'd be nice to bring you this little set to get you started. I'm going to be using our lovely, oh, what's the name of it? I never remember the names. The Opera Mauve is the one I'm going to go for this time.
Nice. Oh, very quickly, breaking news. We've only got just over 20 of the big bundle left.
Wow.
Just over 20 left. Please make sure that if you've got it in your basket, you get it checked out. This is supposed to come back for the 3 o'clock Hobby Maker Highlight Show. It's looking a little bit unlikely potentially now.
Really?
Keep checking those out. Please make sure you get checked out.
It's lovely to have so many of you with us so early, isn't it?
Isn't it?
7 a.m. and you're all up and about. I'm impressed.
They're getting ready to kick the kids out of the door to school.
Are you a morning person, Ben?
I never used to be a morning person. I think as you get older, you tend to get up earlier in the morning, and sometimes several times in the night as well. I find as well.
I do the several times in the night bit, but I'm not yet at the early stage.
I know what you're thinking. You don't look that old, Ben. I can assure you, I really am over 35. But yeah, I am more of a morning person these days. I think I naturally sort of wake up a bit earlier.
I could stay up most of the night, much easier than get up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
That's any time before 12.
You know there's 2 12s in the day.
Well, maybe.
2 6s in the day.
Maybe.
As well.
Today at 4:30, that was a bit of a shock to the system. I'm not going to lie. That was a shock.
But the viewers make it worth it, Jack.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Shock is worthwhile. So we're going to go through with our texture base. We're going to use our stipple brush. That will give even more texture to it. I want this to look a bit shabby chicy. That's the aim. Building our texture on texture is quite a nice touch. And that sand really gives it that sort of feel and texture as well once dry.
Nice.
Just take your stencil, pop it into some water. That will come away nice and easily. Same with your stencil brush. Don't leave them to dry on there if you don't have to.
That makes me think actually with the sort of the wood background effect, the wood grain background effect, and the cosmic shimmer there as well, of sort of a Californian boardwalk on the beach.
Well, that was, I hadn't got as far as California, but it was that sort of texture I was after, that sort of style, I suppose.
I think you've
so yeah,
achieved that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like that sort of layering of textures.
You can have the California bit on me then.
Oh, I wish. I wish. I wish. I've only been twice, but I'd love to go back.
Have you?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'd love to go.
The traffic is chaos.
I bet it is.
But it's absolutely lovely. You'll look at the map and it'll say like 10 minutes to get from here to there, or you'll think it's 10 minutes. Then you get in a car and join a queue, and in 2 hours you'll get there.
Where's this, LA?
Yeah, it really is.
Is that like 9 lanes wide or something?
Yeah, and 7 million cars.
Oh, my word.
But lovely, absolutely amazing place. I'd love to go back. Very, very special. So on with our next layer, different stencil this time. I'm sure these are still on the website from yesterday's show. So we used the more sort of viney one on this one. We've gone for the peacock feathers on the one that we've just done. And the one I actually demoed with, I again used the viney one. This is pretty dry already. To give you an idea of dry times, I know a lot of people like to know about dry times. This texture base really does dry and set very quickly. We're going to bring in our words, and for speed, I've gone ahead and I've done these again. And I've actually gone over, so I've die cut my words first, so that I've got them to work with, and I just used the stencil brush and the same texture base, gone over the wording just so it matches in, so it's complementing the 2 pieces, and we'll give you a die cut again, quite a nice texture to it. We're then going to add the Juste above that, obviously, and then we can bring in our butterflies again from that secondary set, or bundle B as such. And we'll add on our glue, and we can just place these going across the top here as we wish to. So easy to work with. And we'll just place on a third one down here, and these will take a second to dry, so we might, because we're on all of that texture, but that should be okay. And there we go.
That's amazing. I never thought just plain old craft card could look so interesting. Because
the folder, the ink, the
what you can
texture
do with
paste,
it,
just dresses it up, doesn't it?
I mean, that particular die really plays into the hands of the craft card.
Yes. Completely, yes. Again, bringing in the inks over the top of them really complements it if you want to. But just left as it is, it looks nice.
Beautiful. Absolutely love those. If you want to get your hands on those, don't forget you can get your hands on the die sets individually, but we have a number of bundles to choose from. Get them on the website, give us a call on our free phone UK-based call centre 24 hours a day. But the most popular way to get your hands on these this morning is to get the full bundle, £129.99. In there, just a quick recap, you are getting the 8 different flowers in there, everything from daffodils and poppies to sunflowers and
Zinnias?
zinnias, that's
Zinnias,
what I was trying to say.
yeah.
Well done, Jamie. And also you're getting the backgrounds, you're getting the pots, you're getting the butterflies, you're getting the frames, and tags, you're also getting the sentiments as well. And that's 20% off. 20% off something that's, you know, £4 or £5, and 20% off something that is normally 150 quid
Is a big
difference.
It's a big
isn't
chunk of change, isn't it?
It is definitely. If you
And
can,
these are brand new. as
Brand
well.
spanking new
You know,
launch.
That's something we tend to see with older collections, isn't it? that we're
yes, it
bringing in.
is.
Brand new collection.
And that's why we don't have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds to give away at that sort of price. It's such a great deal. It's a great way to get that launch out there, but it is limited availability. It's while stocks
And I think
last.
if you sort of pick at them, 'cause sometimes bundles you want to pick at just different bits. I think with this one, if you only get a couple of components, you're going to want all of it.
Fantastic.
You're going to want to go and collect the rest of it. I'm sure.
Absolutely. Just a quick recap for anybody who's only just joined us. First of all, where have you been? That's what we want to know. Where have you been?
Bed, probably, Ben.
But we're going to give, or James is going to give you a quick recap using the silhouette boards of the different items that you're getting in the main Hobbymaker Highlight collection. It's due back again at 3 o'clock, but it is while stocks last. And I think we've only got about 20 or so left. So please do make sure you get checked out if you've got it in your basket.
So going through these quite quickly, we have our sunflower set, 10 dies in that one. We then have our poppy set. We've got 12 dies in this one. Moving forward, we're on to our zinnia. There is 12 dies in that one as well. Then we have our daffodil with 13 dies. Moving on, we then have our posy set, 11 dies in this one. If you add up all of these, it's an incredible number, isn't it? We then have the daisy, 13 dies in that one to build and create with. Then our iris, 13 dies in that one. Then the apple blossoms with 11 in that one. Then we move on to the second bundle, or of course part of the main bundle if you go for all of it.
Yes.
We have our sentiments. So we have got thinking of you with our backing plates. We then have just a note as well, same idea again, fonts or text with our backing plates. Then for my friend, again with your backing parts. And then always and forever, 4 dies in that one. The flower pot, of course, complements all of the florals that we looked at and gives you that base to build them up and build your displays. 2 dies in that one. Then we have our dainty butterflies, 5 dies in there for you to build and play with. Then we have our wood grain planks. This one again is 1 die. It's going to go through and cut and emboss for you. I apologise, I know it's very tricky to see it on the board in that set. Then we have our decorative scrolled frame. We've got 5 dies in this one. So many ways we can layer and play around with it. A true essential for you to build up on top of with all of those components. And that completes your big bundle.
So that's the big bundle, which we only have about 20 or so left of the big bundle, £129.99. Don't forget, if it's still available, it's back at 3 o'clock. There's also the 2 smaller bundles as well, which you can get your hands on, or you can get them individually. Don't forget, we have the brand new competition. We launched it earlier this week. It is Win Your Breakfast Basket. Anybody checked out before 7 a.m. this morning got entered into our prize draw to win their basket for free. And today's winner is Susan Morris. Woo!
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Susan. You have won the contents of your breakfast basket this morning. Don't forget, that will be back again at 6 a.m. tomorrow on Wake Up with Hobbymaker, Monday to Friday. Win your breakfast basket. Jamie, you back this afternoon?
Yep, 3 o'clock. Can't wait to give you more ideas, more inspiration. Go for it all again. Give you lots of ideas.
Thoroughly looking forward to that. Don't forget, of course, coming up after the break, we've got Jewellery Maker or Sewing Street, depending on what platform you're watching on. Join us again tomorrow from 6 a.m. Until then, please keep on crafting. We'll see you very soon.